Here we go. Here we are. Another great day in this Messie Missy's world. Welcome back to the Messie Missy Daily Live, if you will. Boy, we've got a lot of momentum and it can be overwhelming, but in a great way. Overwhelming. A lot to do. A lot of progress being made. So if you're feeling like you're in the middle of nothing happening, are you showing up every day to put in the small work, the little bits of work? Because that's what I've learned on this journey the past just 2 weeks now. 2 weeks in. And I've been updating it every day on my calendar, pen to paper. I will always say that. Yeah, almost two full weeks here with you every morning, same time, same place. Jump in. Well, what's in it for you, right? Like, you're going to invest your time on a YouTube live. What are you going to get out of it? A whole new life. That's priceless. A whole new life is priceless just by showing up and just by committing to yourself to work on those dust off those dreams. Dust them off. You're not lost. You feel like you're lost. You feel like you're in the middle of this mess that maybe you'll never get through. But you're not lost. And you didn't lose yourself overnight. You disappeared into roles. You took on roles of life. It's what you wanted. It's what you built. You wanted this, remember? You wanted to be a mom. You wanted to be a wife. Maybe you didn't want to be an ex-wife. Nobody really wants to be an ex-wife. You wanted your career and you pursued that stuff. You pursued it like a hot pursuit and you built around it. That's the funny thing is we build our life around it. We build a family. We build a career. We build relationships based on like our kids and our families. But now in this messy middle, now life looks different. And then you're left asking yourself, well, who am I? Who am I now? Who am I now? And I think an important part of that is also, who do I want to be? So you take inventory of all of the things you've built throughout your life, which are fantastic. And then they crumbled, things got messy, stuff happened. And now you're kind of taking a new look at, well, I feel lost. And in that lostness, there's that big identity crisis, which we've been talking about. And with identity, we latch on to things with identity. We latch on to things. I don't think we latch on to ideas as much as we latch on to like the physical things we built. A home. We grew and raised people, young adults. We contributed to a career that helped to build businesses. So our identity is all in that. And then you take a step back because, I mean, maybe you've gone through a divorce and everything, maybe it looks different now. So then you're sitting here with everything looks and feels different. And in that different mess is you can't grasp onto anything that's been tried and true, anything that's been comfortable. So instead, you're really taking a hard look at, like, I'm lost, but how do I get found? Right? There's that game of lost and found, hide and seek. Sorry, hide and seek when you play it, and you're looking to find the person who's doing the hiding. One person hides, the other person does the seeking, the action. Well, they're both action, but one person hides, the other person does the action, the looking, the seeking. So maybe a lot of who you are is hiding, and you've really got to seek now. And then there's this great Bible verse, ask, seek, knock. And that's really what you have to do, is all about starting to turn everything into more momentum. So rebuilding your identity without pretending that you have it all figured out is exactly what I'm doing right now. That's in the messy, right? I'm going to say that again. Rebuilding your identity without pretending you have it all figured out. So that requires you to try new things. That requires you to get out of your own way. And every morning I talk about this quad system that I've built. Pen to paper, 4 quads. I have turned my feeling of loss, my feeling of being lost in this vast world, my feeling of loss of identity. I lost a role that I was in overnight. One day you show up in a blazer, in heels, at the top of the company, leading this great team of people. You know, have your day structured, your calendar's full, you know what you're having for lunch, you've put on your makeup, you've shown up, you put your name badge on, right? You've got your identity. That's the role I walked into. And then the next day, it's done. There is no more of that identity. One day you walk into your home and you're, going through the motions of that life you built. And then he says, this isn't working for me. I want a divorce. The identity of being a mom that's part of it. But the identity of being the wife, of walking into the comfort of the home, done. Over. One sentence, one email away from who you were overnight to this lost. So to rebuild your identity is not to think that you're going to have it all figured out tomorrow. I didn't. Job loss, company loss, everything just whoosh. I was partner in the companies, just done, gone. Door was closed. So now you have to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I now? You have to ask, you have to seek it. You have to start trying new things, showing up in new ways, getting up every single day. I had somebody ask me, like, wow, what was the question? Oh my goodness. Let me see if I could think of the question. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. What did my worst day look like? Now, I don't really like or go back to that, but I think it might be helpful for you. So what did my worst day look like? I guess the depths of despair, if you've ever been in them. And then let's just go to the good stuff. Let's go straight to the good stuff, which is in the rebuilding, in the messy middle, the trying new things. Let's go there. So what I've been doing is rebuilding, starting over in totally different ways. Because I was not going to hop right back into another career mode. I was going to rebuild in a very different way. The quad system has, I will tell you, right now, it has saved my life. It has taken me from the depths of despair, the messiest moments, the days that I couldn't get out of bed, the days where I would cry for 4 to 8 hours straight. It has taken me from that into what you're seeing now, into so much excitement for what's next. I had a life coach work with me. She didn't know what to do with me. You have to surround yourself with the people who have already been there, lived through it, but also what have they done with it? Right? Because that's who's going to be advising you. So I did as much as I could. I really thought, in reflection, I look back and I'm like, what did I do? Did I just waste several years of my life? What was I doing? But I was doing things. I was taking actions. It was just, they were very small things that I didn't consider enough at the time. Today, they were enough then. So I've turned to this system of taking everything in my head and my heart and my soul, everything that I need to get done, everything that I want to get done, all the dreams, all of the plans, all of the strategies that I know I need to use, all the things I want to try in business, right? So it's shifting from where you are to what you need to do today, tomorrow, and where you're going. And it put it in a 4-box system. 4 boxes. And I have had so much momentum in just this 1 week since we started here, since I'm showing up. And it's messy. It's gross. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel comfortable. I made the workbook. This workbook. Who are you? Because you feel like a big, fat, messy failure. But you're not. That's not who you are. Okay. So 2 tools that I've been using that are helping me grow more than anything else has in 3 years, since divorce, since job loss, since losing my home, being kicked out of my home, since putting all my stuff in storage, like whatever's left, just a few things, just the memorabilia, right? And my kitchen. Who are you now? When life strips everything from you and there's nothing left, you look around and life is full. There's plenty. There's abundance everywhere. But how do you have this sense of lost in a world that's so abundant and can give you so much more back? And it's all about momentum. It's all about movement. And it's doing it when you don't feel ready, when you don't feel pretty, when you don't look put together, when everything you tied your identity to in the past is gone. When all of that's wiped away, who are you? I don't know that I could answer that in one statement right now. You just don't know who you are without those titles, those things that you were attached to, right? So I know I am the woman who helps you rebuild your life and income after losing everything. And we're not pretending that it's pretty. It's not pretty. It's messy. There's nothing wrong with being messy. I think it's such a negative connotation. All right. Quad system is moving along. I couldn't be happier right now with it. I have worked through all the things I was avoiding, all the hard. Yesterday, I learned how to convert an MP4 to an MP3 all on my own for the podcast. You might say it's not that hard. Hard is all relative. Hard is also where you find that resistance, right? The things that you're avoiding, that you're resisting doing, that it's hard to you personally. Quad 1, it's very urgent and important. Get it done. Quad 2, important, not urgent, but they're important. Quad 3, where I'm building my business and building my future. You guys are in there. You're in there. We're building. What have I been avoiding? A lot of things that I still need to get done. And I really put it in, honestly, what am I avoiding? Paying bills. What am I avoiding? Asking for help. You get better at the things once you work through them. They don't feel hard once you start working through them. And quad 4, the favorite spot, is my heart space, where I'm going to change my energy and change my reality. I added a few things in there today. I shared an excerpt with you yesterday that I wrote because I do a lot of writing every day. It's the same story, different day. And I didn't plan what I was speaking on here about until last night, but I wrote this yesterday afternoon. So yesterday afternoon, I wrote, avoiding becoming your identity. I am ... Your identity as someone, you identify as someone stuck in the messy middle. So if you take a swig of the coffee. I always have great words on the mugs. Who are you identifying as right now? When you think of the I am statement, stop identifying as someone who doesn't follow through. Are you doing that? Stop identifying as someone who is lost. You're not. You're found. If you found this live, you're found. You found a community. And you're not alone. You are putting up the resistance to feeling easy, to feeling light, to kind of flowing through things. And I get it. I used to say dead fish go with the flow. So there's resistance, and then there's going with the flow. There's dichotomy, right? And I noticed in my own head and my own thoughts, my own soul yesterday afternoon, I started to change my inner dialogue. So if you catch your thoughts every day and you're saying, I am stuck, I am lost, I am a mess, those things need to stop. They may be true in some capacity. You just don't know how to refocus your energies. You just don't know how to turn the overwhelm into focus. You don't know how to turn what you're avoiding into action. That's all. You're not those things. So I started noticing my inner dialogue where I started saying, you know what? I can do hard things. I can. I did it. I can show up. I'm showing up. You have the resistance and then ... Right? So it's that I am statement that is going to help you stop the feeling of being lost, of losing, of being a loser, of having lost everything. All of that is going to subside when you start wrapping your head around the identity of I am. I'm rebuilding after being a wife. I'm rebuilding after my kids have left the home and, graduated and gone to college. I'm rebuilding after my corporate role. You just have lost so much that you feel like you don't belong anywhere at the moment. Belong, and you will find your way, your space, and this is a community for you. So in my notes, my excerpt from yesterday, I'm capable, I am, and that wraps my identity and gives me power back. So I'm not joking you, I happen to be listening to Barbara Streisand as I was thinking all of this through, and the song came on that was I Am a Woman in Love. If you haven't, you need to listen to it if you're a Barbara fan or not, whatever. I'm a woman in love. If you've been so heartbroken and you've had your heart shattered in so many ways through devastation and through the loss of your identity, if you attach yourself to I am the woman in love, I am a woman in love, it doesn't mean like I'm a woman in love with another man or another, partner or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about to be in love. And the words go on. These are the lyrics in the song. I stumble, I fall over and over again. What do I do? I'm not kidding you. I was writing all of this I am, and I was thinking about identity, and I was avoiding becoming an identity because you've lost your identity and you don't know how to find it, all that. So then I went on to write, do it. Do it. Do it scared. Do it messy. Do it without certainty. Take the action. Take the action. And that's when, from somebody who has felt so lost, you have a comfort of a home. comfort of a bed, comfort of the sheets, and the comforter, called comforter. You have the comfort of going to your safe space. And I lost that. All of it from underneath me. 2 weeks notice. And I felt lost, flattened, just flattened. I'm not found in a new home yet. So I will never say to just be thankful for what you have, because that's really hard when you're in this mess. You do have to find gratitude and thankfulness along the way. And it comes with time, and it comes with healing. And I don't want to gloss over those things, because I've really grappled with that over the past 2 years. It's like, how much more time? What is healing? Really, what is healing? Healing from the mess. Like, what is all of that? The more you get out there and do and give of yourself, I've always done that. I've always gone to serve others. You fill up your own heart by serving others. And I did that when I lost the nuclear family that I had built after divorce. But I know I am the woman who helps you rebuild your life and your income after losing everything without pretending it's pretty. And I can anchor myself to that statement with confidence and with love. I stumble, I fall over and over again. But I am the woman in love. It's just, it all comes together. So, what's next? Action, movement, momentum, getting up, getting back up over and over again, no matter how many times it takes. Putting structure in your in your life. Not expecting to happen, not expecting for it to happen overnight. However, it can. And what if it does? Why limit yourself? Why put a time constraint on it? So we're building beautiful businesses. We're building beautiful lives through our messes. This is the Messie Missy journey. I'm here for it every single day. Join me, 7:30 a.m. I have the quad system in a workbook for you. I've got the Who Are You workbook for you. I've got a Messy to Momentum one-on-one session to work with you individually. And I'm building with you through it all. We're not letting our messes stop us. Podcast went live yesterday. Hot Mess Express. Naomi, he cheated on her. She rebuilt everything. Go have a listen. Worked on the hard work that I was resisting. But at the top of my page, it says, I am not stopping. I want it this time. And the biggest, most clear aha moment that has come from the past 2 weeks is starting to know my role for you, for here, for right now. after the job loss, after the marriage crumbled, after losing my home, after putting my kitchen in storage. I am the woman who shows you, who helps you rebuild your life and income after losing everything without pretending it's pretty. And you can feel that for you. I can feel that for me. You need an I am statement. Who are you? And it's not something you can remember. An anchor gets dropped into the ocean. An anchor, the way, it's built, catches the sand and holds the boat in place where you want it. You anchor to that moment. You anchor to that spot in life, in that spot in the ocean or the lake. And when you're done there, you pull the anchor up and you dunk it in the water to get rid of the seaweed and the grime that's stuck to it. It's just a beautiful image. And then you go. So for right now, if you were to anchor your I am statement to where you are today to help you stop avoiding the hard, work through the resistance, and really work on your identity after loss and devastation, I am. And it all comes together by doing the work, by stumbling, by falling, by doing it messy, by getting up over and over again, by finding yourself in more messes over and over again. And you get through them faster because you've learned from your prior experiences. You've learned from your prior messes. Incredible. Just incredible. I'm living proof. Living, seeing, doing proof. Ask for what you want. Find it. Seek it. Stop hiding. And knock on them. Find new people. Start the business. Where do you even start with that? You start with a strong, let's say you're not even there yet. Where do I start with building a business, Messie Missy? You start with the best mess. What is something that you can solve for other people now? You know how to solve a problem. You know how to clean up a mess. You start with the mess. You solve it. You have the ideas. You have the creativity in you. Then you build from there. A business name, a real business name, an LLC, so it's established and real. You bring all the greatness of the thoughts and the solutions and the problems and your passions back to life. Building a business through all those losses. Go back to my live from yesterday. That's where it is. I want to find my notes from doing the hard things, the things that you're avoiding, pushing against the resistance. Stop telling yourself the same story. Stop trying to show up in the same life. Stop trying to show up in the same life, the same story over and over again. The one that's full of pain and grief and loss and depression. Stop showing up in that life. I thought, I that question that was like, what was the messiest day of your life? Or I'm not remembering it clearly because my brain just doesn't want me to, because it's painful. What did your worst day look like? And I thought I would never be able to show up again whole. What did your worst day look like? I thought I would never be able to, would I ever show up again being able to wear makeup and get out there and help other people and do it scared and do it messy. But here I am. Here I am every single day. Every day. Join me. The Messie Missy YouTube live experience of a lifetime. We got the Messie Missy Podcast. There's lots of ways for us to connect, get in a community, get in my community. It's coming. If you can't hold yourself accountable yet, find somebody who can or will. Drop your anchor somewhere to something. It's not permanent. It's temporary. Drop your anchor. Build an I am statement that you're in love with, because I'm finally, after 3 years, let's not make it longer than it has to be. After 3 years, I have an I am statement that makes me feel love again in a totally different capacity than loving your spouse and loving your kids and loving your partner. Different love. I am the woman who helps you rebuild your life and income after losing everything without pretending it's pretty. I'll see you here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Where are you going to drop your anchor? Drop it down below. I'm looking for a home. It's messy. That part hurts. You're not lost. You're just in a whirlwind of messes, and you can't really get any clarity out of them. But the clarity is going to come in doing the hard work, in doing the things that you're avoiding. The minute you start working on the things that you put in your quad 3, working on the things that are going to build your future and build your business, and taking the action steps. And if they're in that quad, if they're high level things, what you have to do is you have to get really specific on to-do items. Like you have to go very granular. I could keep going. I got work to do. What are we doing today to rebuild our life? That's an internal question for me. What am I doing? What am I working on? I have emails, so many emails to answer. That is another thing. I was so busy, CEO, running around, calendar overbooked, comes to a screeching halt. But now I have emails to answer. I have brand sponsorships and brand agreements to go seek, find, and knock. Coffee is on that list. If you were to ask me where I'm dropping my anchor right now, I'm dropping it in the ocean of helping you. That's where I'm dropping it. I don't know where I'm going to stay, sleep, live next month. But I'm dropping my anchor to pour into you, to keep building my business that's unlike any business I've built. And I've built a lot of businesses. This is different. This is purpose-driven. Well, those were purpose-driven too. I don't want to discount what I've built in the past. This is just different because I'm in my 40s and it's different now. Do you feel it? Nobody's too old. It's too bossy. Too extreme.